new that doesn't necessarily need the space, I'd be a little sad.
Here's the change I would make. Take away the tracks, allow bumping. There you go.
You'd still like those
Free-for-all.
fumes that you can smell that smell horrible?
I like the smell of the gas.
I like the
Because I'm
smell of
weird.
gas in general.
No, I was talking to somebody that works there, and apparently they have seen like there was like a decrease of people who like were having like asthma attacks within the area while it was closed, like a decrease of people that were having asthma attacks in the parks, and then like the minute it like opened back up, like for the next like week or so, they apparently like had a big increase in asthma attacks again. So like apparently it's not good for you to breathe at all, especially for people who can't breathe. So that's a thing.
Oh, Disney's trying to kill us. I'm kidding.
Probably another reason to get electric cars. But then I don't think Disney will do it since there's no IP for people to attract to it.
That's the new idea. Make them electric. That'd be awesome.
Or at least make them some IP, because then that'll attract people to come, and then get rid of those gas-fueled cars for electric.
Make them cars.
Make them
Make them like cars.
And easier to push the pedal, because the pedal's so hard for little kids to push.
Okay. Have so many people bumping into each other, which I am A-okay with.
I mean, the sign always says "do not bump," but then everyone ignores it and bumps.
Imagine driving in Tomater.
I want Lightning McQueen. Ciao.
Yeah, but you would want each different character, but then you would never get it because there's so many people and so many cars.
I want to be the hippie man, dude. Hippie van.
Just
Fillmore?
please, man.
Sorry.
I'll be Cruz Ramirez.
Alright, so moving on to our next one. Tom Holland and Chris Pratt star in the new Pixar film, Onward, which released a teaser trailer. The movie's slated for a March 6, 2020 release. This movie is set in a suburban fantasy where two brothers will embark on a quest to discover if magic is still out there. The movie also stars Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Octavia Spencer. Now, before we recorded this, you guys watched it. Did you? And you said you didn't really like it.
Well,
It didn't look like a Pixar movie.
it looked like a Universal Studios, like, animation. Didn't it?
DreamWorks?
Yeah, DreamWorks. Thanks. I appreciate that.
It's not. It said it was the creators of Coco, Toy Story, and Incredibles. I love all three of those movies, and I just am not excited for this movie. It does not look like a Pixar movie, and it's, no offense, it's gonna be just like The Good Dinosaur. People forget, but Zootopia wasn't Pixar. Good Dinosaur was Pixar, and they forget about it, that it is actually Pixar. Just like you just did.
Brave.
Oh, Brave is Pixar too. Yeah, I could be wrong, and I know they got big names on it. I think that's gonna help sell it in the end, but it just doesn't look like a Pixar movie.
It looks like the type of movie that I'm gonna rent on box for like $1 after it comes out like 3 months later.
Oof, that's harsh.
Dang, that is.
Sorry.
See, the title I think is very ironic because the title's Onward, yet I think it's taking a step backward for Pixar. It really looks very lame. It looks like a good movie for your kids, if you had kids, which none of us do. And
Or
Yeah.
need kids.
it doesn't look that good. It looks like it kind of just childish.
I disagree with you all. I think it looks good.
Oh my goodness.
In a way, it looks like Pixar's calling or their idea of Zootopia, except with fantastical creatures, or Universal's Fantastic Beasts or something. Because you got trolls and unicorns and all these mythical creatures.
It was like a Harry Potter movie. That's not
It's a
real.
Harry Potter
I don't
Pixar
want Pixar to
movie.
go that way. I liked Pixar the way it is.
You're drawing Harry Potter comparisons
Gotta
to
try new things.
elves?
I mean, it doesn't look like that
Keep
at
it
all.
down.
It just
Aren't they
looks like creatures stolen
Yeah,
from Harry Potter,
I thought they were
maybe.
trolls.
They
Okay.
are.
If the main character's name was Dobby, I would watch it. But
Dobby is a free elf.
I liked the little like pet they had. That was cute.
The fire.
Yeah, the little dragon guy. He was cute.
The characters' names are Ian
Why is Thanos
and Barney. What?
Barney?
Thanos is in it.
No, he's not.
He's a big purple guy. He's
Oh, the guy that walks. I mean, I guess you could mistake him for Thanos.
I don't know. I've seen one Marvel movie, and it's Spider-Man: Homecoming. So don't.
why is she allowed on this podcast?
Because it's not about Marvel.
That is
Not
true.
Disney.
I
Why
mean,
am
she's got a point there.
Because I
Well-
wasn't asked to be on the Marvel one. Ryan was.
Oof.
It's about Disney parks and Disney.
Yeah, because each episode is unique where we talk about either Disney news, Universal news, or have a special episode for Marvel.
Ooh.
And there's not really been any Star Wars, so I can't really say that yet.
How many Universal ones have there been?
2. And there'll be one next week with Alex and Keegan.
Can I say something about Star Wars Land?
Go for it.
So I watched some of the YouTubers' live streams on YouTube or on Instagram from today at California Adventure. And a lot of them said they were disappointed with it, but they said it's what you make of it.
I have a feeling it's been way too hyped up and people are real excited for it and then they're going to be real disappointed.
That's what they said. They said that they were really disappointed when they first walked in, but when they actually walked back out and walked back in, they're like, I know everything's not going to be perfect, but I made the most of it. So I really don't want people just to think, it's Star Wars Land, it's Star Wars Land, it's Star Wars Land, it's going to be the best thing ever, and then be disappointed by it.
I have no expectations for it.
I hate to say it, but I think Walt Disney World's Galaxy's Edge is also going to be a disappointment. Because it's going to be like Pixar Pier, where they have one ride open, and then they have all these other projects that are going to be coming for years to come and never be complete, I guess. Since they still have Inside Out to come out for
Yeah.
Christmas here.
Hasn't even come
And
out.
then Galaxy's Edge, we don't even have all the rides opening up. So
Which
I
is
think
stupid.
But
Yes.
neither is California's, I
so
thought.
maybe that's
No.
why they're feeling it's a disappointment, because it's such a big land, but they don't have everything open.
Sorry, this is crazy. But did you hear about like the actual like the Millennium Falcon, the Falcon ride? Like you're like a thing, like you know how in Mission Space you're like different things,
Mhm.
and you have to like actually do things, and it affects the ride itself. Like people are saying that they got like really anxious over it and like stressed out, and people were like literally screaming at them because they weren't doing things correctly.
Jeez.
And they don't ever want to go on it again because of that. Yeah. Did you hear that?
Jeez, no.
Crazy.
I
Sorry.
haven't heard that either.
Off track. But yeah.
No, not off track, because it's still Star Wars land.
Yeah, because like you have to be like the engineer or like the pilot, and like you actually have to steer like the ship. And like if you don't steer it properly, you hit things, and like it affects the ride.
That sounds kind of cool.
It sounds really cool, but as long as you have like a group of like
Yeah. It sounds kind of stressful, but then at the same time cool that a ride can actually function, I guess you could say, without
Every
needing...
ride's gonna be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be kind of unique to ride it every time.
Isn't that on Soarin', where it makes you like the pilot or the commander or whatever?
That's
No.
Mission Space.
Never mind.
Lauren's the one where you just sit and fly.
It goes,
But no, what? No, because they're like, hit the button there, hit the button there.
Yeah,
And
Mission
that's
Space.
Mission Space.
When you're landing on Mars.
Or
Well,
you're
all
flying
right.
around the Earth.
emo 200 times, and I haven't been on Mission Space but one time.
That's okay, Nevada.
Why are you on this?
I heard emo.
I said Nemo.
Oh, I heard emo.
That works too.
I wanted to talk about one more thing.
Oh.
Go for it. What do we want to talk about?
The Avengers video game that's coming. That's going to be at E3.
Oh yeah, June 10th. That looks really exciting. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully it ties in with the Spider-Man video game.
That would be exciting. I just heard about it today, and I'm just like, ooh, that is going to be big.
I think it might get the big success Spider-Man did, maybe even more since it's Avengers in a way, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited for it.
No, you're not.
I don't care.
Excuse me, sir. My favorite superhero is
Hulk.
Which
Actually, no, it's Captain America.
Is that Marvel or DC?
He really does have America's butt.
Is it?
Hulk is Marvel.
What's DC versus
Batman and Superman?
What about Catwoman?
Arrow, what?
DC.
That's DC.
Cool, okay.
Thanks for coming on, you guys.
You're welcome. Thanks
you
for
for
having
having
us.
us.
Thanks for putting up with us. Hey, it's always crowded.